Welcome to PNC Sports. I'm your host, Carnation. And, before we get to the Knicks loss, before I get to the Knicks loss, you guys haven't seen me in a week after the first game of the season because our brother got engaged. Clap it up for me. I got engaged. Yesterday was Halloween, man. We had to take the kids out, so I wasn't able to do all the past Knicks games. We won yesterday versus the Cavs. Before I get to tonight's game, we won yesterday versus the Cavs. We beat the Hawks, which was a great no damn defense at all game. We lost New Orleans, and we lost tonight. 95-89. Oh my Lord, the shooting was horrible on both teams. Both teams was just terrible. Like, when did the last time? Like, that's like a 19. That scores from when I was growing up watching Oakley and Mason playing. Like, that's a high scoring game back in 95. 95-89. Like, that's a high scoring game back in the 90s. But this was just a abysmal game. Let me give my shout outs before I get into the real critique of the game. Shout out to Mitch Robinson. I love the way Mitch is playing. His free throws getting better. He not Mark Price with the free throws, but it's getting better. I love the way Mitch is playing defensively, grabbing rebounds. IQ did it, he did his things last night, like in the second half after we blew the Cavs out in the second half last night. But tonight, everybody struggled. I don't want to bomb Donovan Mitchell. He was on in the first quarter, but we kind of had him in check until the last 3 minutes. He had 30 points, but if you check his shooting stats, I don't have the stats in front of him right now, but he shot bad. Everybody shot bad. The Cavs were shorthanded once again, though. They didn't have Darius Garland and Jared Allen played the whole damn season so far, so we should have won this game. But, scrappy team, well-coached team, bigger staff knows how to coach, so I can't ever get, the season to me is still early. What's this, the sixth game? So it's still early, so I'm not worried so far, but I'm going to speak. I'm not worried about the team as yet. I'm worried about one person. I'm minor worried about this person. Matter of fact, I'm kind of worried about two people. And I'm going to catch wreck for one person I'm going to say. RJ didn't play tonight. It's my personal opinion. He's been our best player since the start of the season. So he didn't play tonight. Said he had a sore knee. Hope he's not too bad. He gets some treatment, gets some rest, and he'll be back on the next game. But IQ, this could have been worse if it wasn't for him, his defense, and his spark plug. He didn't shoot as well, but this could have been bad if it wasn't for him. I want to say, so let's get to the two people that we got to talk about. Brunson. Let's pull up the stats real quick. I definitely, sorry for being all up in the camera. I just want to see Brunson's stats because just from the eye test, I'm going to tell you right now, he had a bad game. Not just shooting-wise, I think sometimes, it's just me personally, maybe I'm old school. Maybe I'm old school. I want my point guard to be a point guard. He had 24 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 8 for 23. I want my point guard to be a point guard. Get the team involved. Yes, we need you to score, but get the team involved. Listen. And that's my problem. We can't have both of our point guards with Brunson and IQ just being combo guards and thinking shoot first, ask questions last. We can't have that. I said it last year. Even though he was killing last year, I didn't like it all that much. We just can't have our point guard just chucking. And Brunson, for lack of better words, I'm just being honest, for this entire season, he's been chucking. Bro, you got to look for your teammates, man. At times, listen, I get it. Us Knicks fans, we love the fact that he averaged 24. He was killing the playoffs. But you got to look for your teammates. You are a point guard. It's nothing wrong with you. Yo, pass the ball a little bit. Get your people in the right spot. You are a point guard. I repeat, you are a PG for a reason. Not just because of height and because you know to handle the ball. You're a point guard. He's a smart basketball player. You know what to do. And that's all I got to say. I just want Brunson to pass the ball more. 23 shots for your point guard. God damn. And Julius Randle, I'm not going to listen. The season just started, and I understand he had knee surgery. So it takes a while. He didn't have the summer that he can have. Even like I said before, anytime you see any NBA player doing, giving you basketball clips, the summertime, them dribbling, doing type of stuff, I'm not impressed. I want to know about the surgery or the lack of surgery you had, and he had surgery. So I expect him to start off slow. But Lord have mercy. Like, this is probably his worst game of the season so far. I'm not going to be worried too much about Julius until game 10 because he's still got to get, like in rhythm. But he was bad tonight. Not only was he bad tonight for me was the first game, he looked like he lost confidence. Like, he looks like he lost confidence. Like, he looked like he didn't know what to do. And this is like his 8th or 9th year? That's kind of like weird for an 8-year, 9-year player, all-star, a second-team All-NBA player, 2 out of the past 3 years to not know what to do. This is why I tell people all the time, confidence is a motherfucker. You need confidence. You need confidence in life. Confidence changes everything. You ever grew up? You remember when you was growing up? You ever grew up? You remember when you was growing up and you saw like not to be like vulgar, like a dude that wasn't like the best looking dude, but he had confidence. He had so much confidence in himself, and guess what? That confidence made him get a pretty girl. He knew how to talk, and he was sure of himself. Julius is not sure of himself, even though he's a very say what you want about Randall, he's a very good ball player. He wasn't sure of himself, and I thought the first 2 games that even though he wasn't shooting good, that he was still in the flow of the offense, passing the ball. But like I said, today he was chucking. He was really chucking. I don't know if Evan Mobley got his, I don't want to say he got his number, but they got, the Cavs and us got a nice little rivalry going on where it's a lot of shit talking going back and forth. So maybe he wanted to prove a point to Evan Mobley because, Evan Mobley's a great defensive player, but he don't have the size to mess with Randall. But Randall his shot is not there. His shot is not there. The turnovers is, wow. And sometimes, this is the only thing I will say, and I don't want to sound like I'm bombing on him. He kind of really, we already knew this, but it's just kind of alarming for a guy to be in the league this long and to like not show like great basketball IQ. It's just like bro, like you've been in the league for a minute. You are all-star, you are all NBA, but he really doesn't have great basketball IQ. And it's just like, damn, this is like bad. So I say that to say this before everybody, but because I know I saw people on Twitter today talking about. I saw people on Twitter like while I was watching the game talking about, I wish we had Obi. Obi's not doing as good in Indiana right now. First of all, the Pacers lost by 51 to the Celtics today. 51. Now I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. That Porzingis pickup is probably the best pickup of this all season. If he stays healthy, it's the best pickup of this all season. Julius got to get it together. It's still early, so let's not bomb him. Let's get RJ back for the next game. I still confidence in this team. This team has got to find their roles. Like I said before, it never made sense to me personally, to sign Dante DiVincenzo. I probably said his name wrong. I apologize. If we already going to have Josh Hart and IQ and Quentin Grimes. Like, your shooting guard, who's really our starting shooting guard? Because Grimes is not getting like starting shooting guard minutes every game. Like, and he needs the shots. Granted, he's not hitting the shots, but I just don't see the point of having Dante and Josh Hart and Quentin Grimes and IQ. Especially when Brunson's already a shoot first point guard. It just didn't make sense to me. But that was just my personal opinion, but season's still young. I'm not worried yet. After 10 games, then we got to start thinking about, okay, what the hell is going on, Tibbs? The game plan got to change. I'm just going to chalk it up that you got to understand that the Knicks played at least 2 back-to-backs in the past, 6 days. They probably tired. I'm going to chalk this up that we're tired. Our legs is just shot. So I'm not going to get too hasty. We lost by 6. To a depleted Cavs team, but still, they're feisty. So on to the next game. Couple things I have to say right now about around the NBA. Right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Harden got traded to the Clippers. I'm glad 76ers got a good amount of like a good amount of draft picks and players back for him and expiring contracts. I do not understand why the Clippers did this. I think it's going to mess with chemistry. I'm not a fan of this trade. I could be wrong. It might work. I'm just not a fan of it. They might trade Brody after this because I don't see it working. I just don't see it working. Brody will come off the bench now. You're going to have Russ come off the bench now. I mean, that's a possibility, but it's just too much egos, man. Come on. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like I said before, Celtics wins again. Celtics looking nice. Heat lost again. I think they're 1-4 in the start of the season so far. So, yay for that. You know, it's always after Heat. Like, I'm sorry, even though I live in Tampa, it's always after Heat. Old wounds die hard for me. You know, I'm a long-time Knicks fan. I would never like the Miami Heat. Sorry, I can't do it. So, F them. Crappy-ass Heat culture, whatever the hell that is. Pretty much, listen, everybody's finding their way right now. Everybody's finding their way. Even even some of the players that play in the FIFA tournament. You know, they're tired. They play the entire damn all season and the summertime. They tired. So, you know, let's give it some time. I'm talking about every fan base, to anybody that's having a slow start, except for the Heat. I don't give a damn about them. Anybody that's having a slow start, let's give it some time before we bomb on our teams right now. I'm not going to bomb on the Knicks yet until after Game 10. And then I'm like, okay, Tibbs, switch it up. So, it's PNC Sports. I'm Coronation. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Tell me how you feel about your team right now. What's your I want to know what's everybody's confidence level on their team right now in the second week of the NBA right now. You know, once again, I'm Coronation. Holla at me.